Welcome back. So, the presents have released, and in Ring 1 you can get technically 3, but we're going to talk about 2 of them. So you can get Present of Shy Presents. You can get this in Ring 1 Zone, and you can find this in any of the locations that presents can spawn in, which is a bit different this year, because you have to actually find these puzzles in many of the towers, like in Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials, for example. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to beat this tower as I do my commentary. But yeah, there's 2 presents you can find. You can find Tower of Magical Lights or Present of Magical Lights or Present of Shy Presents, but mainly Present of Magical Lights, as that is the present that you're gonna likely find in Ring 1. On this present, you have to go through many locations, such as in Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials, Tower of Anger, Tower of Madness, and whatnot. So there's many tower present locations. Like in Tower of Screen Punching, there's 3 locations as compared to Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials, which only has 1 location. But yeah, so in Ring 1, there's 22 locations. So now I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments, and I'll make a pinned comment with any locations that I have missed. And on those locations I missed, I will put a okayish description of how to find it. So if I miss a location like Tower of 2 Skill Floor 8 or something, for example, I would be like, alright, here's how to get it, so you gotta find the button this place. But yeah, we're gonna start off with Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials first. That's why I started doing this, so I could do it at first. Yeah, this tower has 1 location, and that location is located on floor 6. But to find it, we gotta go all the way to floor 7 to find a button, which I believe the only way to get to there is to actually get to floor 9. So you gotta get quite far to find it. And yeah, I kind of want to show the explanation. Alright, is there anything else I gotta explain? Alright, by the way, you do not need to find all these locations. You only need to find locations to find which present. And you can't really camp at a present because there's some weird thing where you can't find the present, where you can't just camp somewhere on previous years, which it's whatever. I don't really care about that too much. It doesn't really have too much of an effect, but it might to some people because, well, you actually have to look for the presents. So yeah, it's important to know locations and to find them, which is why it's unless you want to be the first to find a present, I would generally wait a week or 2 before going for the present, because by then there's a billion tutorials and it's calmed down. But there is something that you want to initially, which is finding the shareable present, which I'm actually going to explain how to do right now. Let's find shareable present, which is a present of Hidden Joy. This is a present that has 15 uses and you can only drop once per serve. I think you could rejoin, but I don't know. Yeah, by the way, the present location is in there for Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials. Yeah, this is all over the place, but I'm just trying to get a bunch of stuff out. But yeah, this present, the best thing to do is when it initially releases, just be in Ring 1 or something, or Zone 1, preferably where other presents are located at. And then you kind of want to but you basically just want to ask if anyone has the present, just ask for it, and just kind of go around until you eventually get it, like how I did. I got super lucky. Some people were giving it away, and I was able to get my hands on it. But yeah, by the way, this is where the present is located. There's not really any way to get on top of this, so you gotta find a way to get on top of this, which isn't fun. So yeah. Anyways, back to present to enjoy. Once you do that, you should be good to go for find the present. You just kind of have to go. And by the way, when you get the present, you have to click it. So kind of like this. You just have to click it in time. But eventually, you can wait a little bit before, but not that many people might have it. But I think if you were to ask, eventually somebody's going to give it to you. Just go around, keep asking, and eventually somebody will have it. So yeah. As you saw, I went through shift lock. I kind of looked through the wall in one area on floor 7 outside. That is a present button. Those are pretty much what you need to find every single present location. There are a few that don't require it, like in Tower of Killjoys, for example, there is a location where you do not have to find a button for, which I will show you eventually, but for now we're gonna do this. So yeah, I actually have to do this. Wow, I'm not the best at speaking right now, apparently. So yeah, anyways, once we actually get the floor on, that's why I wanted to explain. I want to get all explaining with how everything's going and then just show the locations. Yeah, by the way. I think the only way to get to this is you have to get to floor 9 outside, and then you have to do floor outside. I feel like this tower's gotten revamped. I don't know why. I don't remember this quite being like that. But yeah, anyways, once you get all the way up here, you see that location, you gotta jump on there. And as you see, it's slightly visible, so you want to lose your speed, and then you just want to jump onto the platform, and then you want to get that present button, which will spawn this platform, which will let you get out. And then once you actually get out of here, you'll see this right down here. You see that location that randomly appeared up. You just want to jump down to here, jump down to this, and you find the present location. Now, if there's two presents that could be here, this colored present or another one, just kind of determines what you find first. And since I did not find the present, that is a very good bummer. So yeah, I guess there's a 1 in 6 chance. I don't know. So yeah, that's the first out of 22 locations, I believe. But yeah, that's Tower of Simple Trials. Let's go to Tower of Anger now. Now it is time for Tower of Anger. So Tower of Anger has 4 buttons. Yeah, oh, that's a lot of buttons. But this tower also has 2 locations. So first you gotta get to floor 3, and I really don't want to do any cuts because, well, I'm kind of lazy. Even though I should, because that would be better. So yeah, there's 4 buttons, 2 locations. The first one's like on floor 3 or floor 4. I'm good, and then there's one at the top of floor 10. Those are where the presents are located at. We'll take the buttons for them. You have to do some weird stuff. So there's a button location on floor 3, which I'm going to show you, and then there's a button location on floor 5 or 6, which I'm going to show you, which I believe. Oh no, I can't. I have to go all the way to the top and then all the way to the bottom. So yeah, this is also a very short tower, as I'm saying. So yeah, and look, we're already on floor 3. So yeah, I get to show you. So once you're in floor 3, you got to get all the way to over there, which is good. So yeah, in Ring 1, it's generally easy to find buttons and stuff. You just gotta like really do a deep search throughout each floor until you eventually find it. And it's better when there's like thin frames because it's easier. So yeah, this location, you just gotta go right over here, go through, and then you hit a red button. You need that red button, okay? And then after that, you're pretty much good until that floor. So yeah, I will show you the location of the button when it gets there, but you're not gonna be able to see it getting unlocked until like I get rather far. So yeah, it's right here. As you see, it's not really unlocked yet because I didn't get the 2 buttons necessary for it, which, yeah, I gotta get to floor 8 for that button to get unlocked. But if I go all the way up to here, as you see in floor 5, you go all the way to here, you go just around like that, you'll get this green button, which unlocks the floor 10 button all the way at the top. I guess not. But you need those 2 buttons, as I've seen. So yeah, there's not really any more buttons until like floor 6 or 7, which is quite far away, but not too far away. Yeah, you need those 2 buttons. I don't think there's any more locations, as I only see 2 in this tower, which is very believable unless I was literally blind. But yeah, these towers, it's kind of difficult to find a very hidden location because there's not too much. But yeah, we gotta get all the way to this. We gotta get all the way to over there next. So you gotta do quite a lot of walking up there, which I really should do a cut to show where it is, which Adam is probably gonna make a really good guide on. So yeah, this guide overall kind of sucks. It just shows the locations really, but yeah, I'm just gonna try to show locations of 22. So yeah, I found 22 locations in this ring. Let me know if I found any. Let me know if there's any that I missed. I hope I didn't miss any, but this should be enough locations anyways where you can find it. Yeah, I did also find a ton of locations in Zone 1, but I definitely missed some in Zone 1 if I didn't miss any in Ring 1. because I only found 37 locations maximum throughout the two areas, and there's at least 40. And yeah, since we're here, this part gets a bit confusing because normally you would go through the wall and then be able to find that, but you can't do that. You gotta get all the way to the second last wrap, and then you just gotta do a reverse head hitter down, and then you gotta head hitter up, and then you can hit this button. And now I think you've unlocked. I don't know which button you've unlocked yet. But anyways, to get back, you just gotta walk all the way to the edge. Just kind of walk down, do a head hitter up, and then you just gotta go around this. And then you have one more button location after this. This one's probably the hardest one to find. But yeah. Anyways, as you see, the top one's been unlocked. So you need like the green one and that white one, I think. I don't know. You need 4 buttons. I'm showing the 4 locations and just kind of the completion of this tower. I don't know. I think like if the locations are very far, if it takes more than a minute, I'm probably gonna go. Who knows? The locations are gonna get much more difficult to find but the easiest one to do a commentary on is gonna be Thanos Tower because there's only one location and it's a very obvious location, and yeah. It'd be funny if I only found the presents on the soul crushing towers. That would suck. Yeah, there's one location on the 2 soul crushing towers which are at the very end. Just be mindful of that. Anyways, we're on floor 8, which has the last location. By the way, this don't think about that. What you gotta do is you gotta go all the way to the frame, the visible frame, and you just gotta go all the way to this corner right here. So you just gotta go down and then to the left. And then you go through, you hit the button, and those are the 4 buttons that you need. And now you have the 2 areas unlocked, so as you see. That location has been unlocked, which I will show in a second, but first I want to show the first location, which is all the way up here. So yeah, it's better I just don't do a cut of this book, but yeah. I might as well have done a walkthrough on how to do Tower of Anger 2. I'm actually tempted to do commentaries on that, but yeah. I'm just really going like, I'm just sharing my thoughts right now. Yeah. These will show the second and third locations. By the way, I couldn't find the location in Tower of Rage and not even a tower. Those are the 2 towers that I couldn't find the location in. I found the location in pretty much everything else. Yeah, I found the location pretty much everything else. If there's a location that I didn't find in Tower of Rage, let me know. Let me know any locations. Which I don't think I missed a location in Ring 1, but I could be wrong. But yeah, there's pretty much 410 now. I should have done it. It's been like 2 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna lose like 90% of viewing retention. Hopefully I don't. But that will be much more clean for the zone 1. This is just kind of like the beginning. It's gonna get a bit more clean because these are easier towers that are also shorter. But in the longer towers, I'm definitely gonna do cuts and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, instead of going here, because you're not supposed to be at the tower, you gotta go onto the frame, and then you have to walk all the way around the frame onto this way because that's where the present is. Oh my god, the present's right there. The present's right there. Let's go. Alright, so yeah, anyways, you just gotta go up here, and that is this location. I actually found a present here, which I'm not gonna record myself collecting because, well, I gotta record another thing, but yeah. That's the first location. Let's get to the second location. Alright, I collected that. That was for a different video of me finding all the presents, so yeah. Fortunately, I couldn't record me collecting it, but, well, I did. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, we gotta get to the second location, which is right down there. So basically, you gotta jump all the way back down. And I do recommend getting to 410 first so you can find that location. It's best to find as many locations as you can to increase your chances. By the way, I think it's only like one present before it changes, and it like changes after 20 minutes if unfound. I don't know. No, it works, but yeah, you gotta go down to this. You gotta go down 2 more. But yeah, you gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta go to this 5th one up. So yeah, you gotta go up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4, 5. So you gotta go 5 of these up. So the 5th one up. And then once you're the 5th one on these platforms, you'll see when you go towards the frame, not this side, but the frame that has the present location, like right here, furthest away from the visible side, you'll see it opens up, and yeah, that's second Tower of Anger, present location, and yeah, now it's time for Tower of Madness, which I'm actually gonna have to do multiple cuts on. But yeah, let's get to Tower of Madness now. Right before Tower of Madness, we gotta find one more location that I missed, so you gotta go all the way down to floor 2 area, just about right there. You see it right there? You gotta go right down to there, so you wanna get kind of like on top of that area, and then you wanna go there as it gets kind of closed as you get towards there. So you gotta go around until you find it, and would you look at that? 2 POML locations in one tower, so yeah. Must miss that location. Now it's time to go to Tower of Madness for real this time. Now it is Tower of Madness time. So yeah, there's a lot of presents that initially start. So when you spawn in, you'll notice this barely this platform. You'll see one of the first presents, and in that, but you'll see this kind of respawns the push box, which is right here. So you gotta push this out a little bit. It doesn't matter if you knock it over. Now, I recommend trying not to knock it over. So you can make it higher, but yeah, if you want to, you can respawn it. Which yeah. Anyways, you gotta fit it through this to get this present right. This present button right here. Yeah, respawns. You want to jump up, you want to hit this, and then now you kind of want to, yeah, now you want to respawn it. So yeah, once you hit that present, you gotta go all the way here, get this again, and then now you have a lot of traversing across floor 1, because floor 1's got 2 of the 4 buttons that you need. So yeah, you want to put this right here. So you want to get the push box, you want to get right there so you can get right. And you want to climb up this conveniently placed truss. And you want to do this, you can just quickly do some wraparounds. I'm just making sure that my phone's on, and then you just got to go all the way down here. You'll see this push box by doing this, by going kind of backwards, or you can go that way and go up, but you got to get about right here. Push this out of the way so it falls down. And then you can push it across, do what you need, and then you want to get it right here, and you'll see the second button. You just got to go all the way here, and yeah, by the way, this does have 2 locations. One's right there, and one's very, very far. Once you get that, you got to go all the way around again, yeah. Then you have to go down to here, and you'll see this platform right here kind of disappears a little bit. It activates a morpher, which you can hit to unlock another button. So yeah, you just got to follow that, which, yeah, you just go across this, fall down to there, hit that platform right there, hit that morpher, and yeah. And then you got to go all the way up here, and then you got to push that push box so you can hit that button. And after that, you're done with floor 1. You're done with floor 1. As you see, you have to go here, hit this, and then you've gotten all the buttons you need on floor 1 you'll ever need. By the way, you cannot get that present until floor 8. So yeah, you gotta get all the way to floor 8. But there is a button that you do need on floor 5, which is actually very hidden. I got really lucky with finding it. Somebody like was showing some of the location. I was just following that person and found it. Ooh. So yeah, these are the presents I found so far. Yeah, I use that a lot, but yeah, that's the first one. That's the other one. And that's proof I literally collected it. So yeah, ho ho ho, subspace trip mine present. Okay, I need some healing items. I'm not using fragile materials. I'm gonna use special slam on my turn. That heals me a bit quicker. Ooh, slating's not fun. But yeah. Anyways, I probably should do a cut, but because this tower is short and there's the floor 5 and 8 locations, I just kind of want to show the entire tower. Also, there's a ton of skips that make the other floors way easier, which goes directly in the 5, which has that other button location. So yeah. Yeah, I really like how the presents are done this year, but locations are the buttons are kind of difficult to find in my opinion. But it's cool. I'm glad there's like more effort. It's just not like back in 2020 there was a sharing present. If you played the game at all during that time, you were gonna have the present. It was that bad. But yeah, by the way, we're on floor 5 now, so you just, instead of continuing on the floor, you gotta go all the way to this area right here. So yeah. I don't know what that person was. But yeah, you just gotta go down here. You just gotta do 2 reverse head hitters, and then you can go through the wall, and then you'll hit this. And after that, you can continue on to floor 8. So yeah, my friend wants to say something that has on his mind about 8 tasks. But yeah. Anyways, let's get that secret button, which is right there. Or right there. It's right there. 2 head hitters down. Make sure to hit that. It's right there. Can't miss it. You just gotta go all the way around. Gotta go all the way up. Pretend like you're on floor 6, and then you just gotta go right there, right there. Okay, I don't want you to miss that. It's very easy to miss, very difficult to find. But if you were to find the button, you would definitely put some thorough effort into floor 5 because it's a very easy floor to put some present locations. Yeah. Notice I got the only outside. Please don't fill this outside. You are actually going to be done filling this outside. Which I've never filled that outside before, but someday I'm going to fill that outside. It's not going to be fun. Keep hitting 1 and 2. Yeah, when I got this present, the reason why I use it so much is it's 2, so I'll just like use it. I used to pretend and think I'm using helicopter powers or vertical mobility, but in reality, I'm not. So yeah, anyways, we're on floor 7 now. This is why I'm just giving it that way. So yeah, you don't really have to beat any towers. Well, I mean, you kind of beat Tower of Anger for that one location, which I'm glad I was able to find. So yeah, the 2 presents left. I hope I find the present of Shy present. That would be insane if I found that. I doubt that's gonna happen. Knowing me, I'm gonna find it on floor 10 of Thanos Tower, which is actually not too bad to find a location for, but it's not the easiest or the best. But yeah. Anyways, we're on floor 8 now, and as you see, as soon as we enter floor 8, there's a button location right here. So you want to get out here. Normally you would go out here and you'd see it, but yeah, just remember it's about right there. So you want to walk towards it. As you see, kind of opens up, clears up a little bit. So just make sure you have your location. And I just want to kind of jump there, get your button, and you want to continue on foot. So then you can jump onto the spinner, go to here, and then you'll see this very light platform. So you got to go down here, walk through, go up, and this is an actual present location. Yeah, right there. That's one of the present locations in Tower Madness. And unfortunately, there isn't a present here. So what you do now is you got to go all the way down to floor 3. As long as you hit those 4 presents, you'll see this location spot. Hey, at least I didn't fling all the way to floor 1. But as you see, you can fall down here, and this is the second present location for Tower Madness. So yeah, that's all the present locations in Tower Madness. It's yeah, those are the cheapest locations in Tower Madness. Now it's time for the next tower, which is Tower of Heck. So yeah, let's go to Tower of Heck to find those locations, which there is 3 of, so let's get to those. Now it is time for Tower of Heck. So this has 3 buttons, which I actually do have to do a cut on. I think, yeah, I actually have to do a cut on this because there's a really big difference between like this and the other 2 buttons. So yeah. By the way, to find the first one, you have to do the first 2 floors fully legit at the beginning, okay? Well, I mean, you can use items except for boost, but to get the first button, you got to go all the way to floor 2. You have to actually go on this slide. You have to do the first slide. You got to get out of the position. You see, there's an invisible wall. You just have to go through that and just walk across. Eventually, you hit a button, which unlocks this. Basically, you have to push this. You see that red area? Aim towards the red. Over there. And then you got to let it bounce, and then you have to carefully put it across the wall this time, hoping it hits that other red area, so then you can hit that first present button, which, when you do that, you can go all the way around to find the first present location, which is conveniently right here. Oh yeah, by the way, don't mind that. And then you go over here and wow, the present's right there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this here, even though nobody's found it. I don't want to pick it up. I think it goes away if I pick it up. Yeah, it doesn't. All right, but yeah, that's the first present location. Now it's time to go all the way to floor 8 to find the second one. Yeah, I gotta go really far. I'll meet you at floor 8. All right, we're on floor 8. Wonderful start. But yeah, anyways, we gotta go a little bit far on floor 8, right before the first outside, which I probably should have gone to immediately, but I gotta show the entire floor 8. All right, so yeah, we have to go pretty far. Yeah, it's just right there. Very easy. It's probably the easiest present. Ooh, what's the easiest location to find? That's a really good question. Actually, I do not know that. But I had to pick, it'd probably be this one because it's just that easy. Because you just gotta go right there, and the present's there. So you gotta just simply, and once you're done with that, you see there, you gotta jump all the way down to here. Try not to fling. You'll see this little crevice. You gotta go with this, kind of again this climbation there, and then you gotta go all the way down. And then you can go in, and then you gotta hit this button. I don't really know what that does, but yeah, this is one of the locations. And now that the second location has been found, we gotta go all the way back to no, we gotta get beyond 4. We gotta go all the way to the end of 10, pretty much. So I'll be at 4. So let's go to floor 10 now, which will take 1 second for you guys, but like 3 minutes for me. So let's go to floor 10. All right, we're back. So yeah, we gotta do floor 10 this time. I failed floor 10. I fell all the way to floor 8. So yeah, we're actually gonna do these jumps this time. Did I just say we're back? You can see I've failed here. Yeah, we're on floor 10 now. You gotta get to the frame. And then you do not want to hit the web page. You saw that gameplay and you see that lovely present box. Yeah, the goal is to that. So you wanna go around frame. Preferably you wanna go all the way around that way, because if you go this way, one wrong move and you're either falling all the way down or you hit the wind pad. And in this case, you don't want to hit the wind pad. So yeah, I always want to go around the frame, which I would prefer if you went that way, but you can go that way if you want. You can go over here and hit this present, which unlocks that. There, which unfortunately doesn't look like this present. Basically, you got to do all this carefully difficult gameplay. I recommend having low graphics here. It makes it much easier to see and type everything. So yeah, I get another tightrope here. Because if you use high graphics, it's actually more difficult to see. So you want low graphics. So you do this wraparound, and then you just gotta do these. Try not to fall. Go around the kill brick, then you have some 1 studs. Carefully do this gameplay. And then you gotta go on top of here, jump to here. Quickly go across those falling platforms, jump across these. Go onto those. Jump across this. Go in here, do some big wraparounds. And then you want to do far jump. And then you reach your button. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, I recommend doing that challenge on the lowest graphics possible, just so it's easier to actually see. But once you do that, you get your present, and that is the 3 locations in Tower of Heck. So yeah, we've already gone through many locations, and yeah, now it's time for the next tower. Tower of Killjoys, which I have not, yeah, Tower of Killjoys. So I gotta quickly find locations of these, and then I'll be right back. Now it's time for Tower of Killjoys. Now you noticed I'm on floor 3 doing this, and there's a reason. So as you see, the first location's right there. Out of the 3 locations, second one's right there, third one's around somewhere over there. But to get this first one, you need to get all the way to floor 3 and spawn this push box, and then you gotta push the push box down. Make sure it lands on floor 1. Once you do that, you can jump down and bring it there. So you gotta go all the way here, push it around here. I am lagging really badly right now. I don't know why. My frames get any lower. They're actually, what? Wow, I am lagging a lot. Alright, we're good now. But yeah, I basically gotta get this push box, and then you can go up here, and then you're pretty much able to go. And you can't like hub jump this. You can't. You'll get insta killed. There's like something that happened, and they like got rid of it. It's really dumb. So you actually have to go and get the push box and then get up here. But today I got some very simple jumps, but be mindful, it's hard to see them. If you go on the lowest graphics, you might be able to see them a little bit better, but actually you can see them a lot better. You just have to have the right angles, preferably low detail mode. You just need to be able to see where you're going. And once you're at these kill bricks, you're pretty much fine. So you just have to do this, and that is the first location. You don't need a button for it. I think it's one of only 2 locations in this ring that have no button requirements for it. Yeah, that's the first location. Now we gotta go all the way to floor 5 to get the second location. Let's get very far up. Alright, we're on floor 5 now. So you'll see that present location. Know about that. You have to get to floor 7 to unlock that, but you do need to get a button on floor 5, which is unlocked from getting a button. So yeah, really you gotta get to floor 5 outside, so just try to get to floor 5 outside like you normally would. It was a close one. Yeah, then you just gotta go here, and then here also, yeah, it took me 20 minutes to get here. I don't know how. But yeah, everything's only, you just have to get this button right there. So just kind of do this normally, and then you just gotta do this as you normally would, whatever that is. Use your method to skid across all these jumps, because every jump, you need to have a method to do every jump in this game. The easier the jumps and the more skilled you are, the easier it is to obtain a method. And once you get this, you can just jump down to here, and then you can get your way back. And get all the way up to here, and yeah. By the way, if you're getting presents, I recommend going on a personal server. It makes them easier to find because they're not moving as much. But yeah, anyways, you just gotta go to here, and then you have to go to an old present location. So you see this right here, it's on this last one of this first of this whatever spam. You'll see this little opening, and you need to hit that button to unlock this, otherwise it's gonna be closed. But anyways, you can hit that button, and now you're pretty much good until floor 7. So you just gotta do what you're normally doing up to floor 7. And then it's just all from there. But I do want to show you where it is on floor 7, and yeah. So we're going to meet at floor 7, and then it's going to stay that, and then we're just going to basically commentate for the rest of the tower. So yeah, let's go to floor 7. Now that you're on floor 7, now you have the location. So as long as you hit that location, you'll see this slight opening here. You just got to jump through, and you'll see that location from floor 5. Now, I can't seem to find that present, but yeah, anyways, that's that location. Now I'm going to show you how to get the third and final present location of this tower. So yeah, things are pretty much normal for floor 7, except for one crucial thing, which I'm going to show you. So, as you see down there, well, let's get these button challenges first, because, well, I want to do this all in one take, because I don't want to have to do 7,431 cuts on this, yeah. Even though I'm probably never going to have to do that many cuts, I say that, but I'm probably going to make some insane video thing where I'm going to have to do that many kinds of cuts. But you see that little platform down there, right next to the button challenge? You want to jump down to there, and you kind of want to go through the wall. Well, you want to go through the right wall. And you have to pick up this turret, this present turret. It kind of shoots the buttons you need. You need 3 buttons, I think. I don't know, 3 or 4. I can't quite remember, but I do know you need a certain amount of buttons that have to get hit by this turret. And that begins on floor 8. And floor 8, 9, and 10 are kind of interesting. Just like, I found those floors weird, I don't know why. It's just like, those are just kind of like 3 consecutive floors that kind of count as one, because the wind pads on floor 8 it's just weird, so yeah. Anyways, this first section of 8, you kind of do normally. And yeah, by the way, the present location is right there. So yeah, you need 3 buttons. If you're on floor 8 and you don't have this turret, you gotta restart the tower, and you gotta do this all legit. So you're basically beating the tower legit. So you see, the first location's right there. So you want to try to hit that. As you see, I've hit it. So please make sure you do that. You gotta go all the way down there and hit that. Please hit it, because you don't have to go all the way up and then do it and kind of read the gameplay. So just kind of do that while it's sitting. So you actually do have to do something for this part, even though it kind of goes into the last part. So yeah. Just make sure you get that out of the way so you don't have to fall down and do all the gameplay again. Because if you were to hit that, you would fall all the way down, because you can't just jump and then save yourself. Anyways, you're on floor 2 now. Not floor 2. You're at the end of 8. No, we're not. Floor 8's there. Floor 9's here. So you're really on floor 9 the entire time. But yeah, anyways, I recommend doing this push box first. But because you'll see the button and you'll be able to jump down and hit, and that's the second button you need. And you need one more button, which isn't for a while, so for a while. It's literally right after this push box section, but it's on kind of the next floor. So you just get to do the simple push box section. And I do recommend beating this tower early on, because it kind of teaches like push boxes, and it can begin the development of the push box pushing skill, which isn't a commonly used mechanic, but there are towers that use it, and it can be quite difficult to do in those towers. But anyways, once you do that, you gotta fall down here, and now you're on the last floor. Well, not really, but you gotta go onto the spinner, and you see that right there. You gotta hit that. Make sure to hit that, and once you hit that, you're pretty much good until the present location. So you gotta do all these jumps. And you just gotta make sure to hit that. And I'm pretty sure when you hit this last one, your turret thing goes away too. Yeah, it does. So you do want to hit that button thing on floor 9 first. You want to hit that white one first, and then the red one, and then that yellow one, because this does kind of disappear. So yeah, once you do it in the order how I did it, because I think the turret goes away after that yellow one. I've done it before, I practiced it. Well, I mean, I'm not legit, but like, I've done that yellow one and it disappeared afterwards, so who knows. Alright, I had to mute for a second. But yeah, anyways, once you're at this point, you're pretty much good to go. You just have to do this simple gameplay with that one. Also, you can escape it. It's not a soft lock, thankfully. It would really suck if there was a soft lock on floor 10 of this tower. But yeah, you gotta go for floor 10, floor 9, and then floor 8 is just basically a bunch of final stretches and stuff. So yeah, floor 8, 9, 10 are kind of weird in this tower, but yeah, if you ever get here, because you might have it down here for you. Yeah, it's kind of blinding. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the stupid Christmas line. Christmas lighting's good though. Yeah. Anyways, you gotta go through here. This is stuff I don't have to comment on. It's very sight readable and very easy. It's also safety net too. So yeah. And before you go on and beat the tower, you have to go all the way to here to jump to here, and then you kind of have to pretty much beat the tower. Yeah. If you're beating this tower, I'd recommend doing the present locations if you're like trying to beat this tower for the first time, because you could have the potential to get 2 of the presents needed. So yeah, anyways, once you get here, instead of beating the tower, you have to do these jumps right here, and then you go in, and that is the final location for Tower of Killjoy. So yeah, it's got 3 locations in total, and yeah, those are the locations I'm going to beat the tower because it's worth it. And yeah, so that's the Tower of Killjoy's locations. Now we got to go all the way to Tower of Keyboard Eating to get those locations. Also, I found a couple locations since they're not. Well, what I mean is I found some videos that show all the locations of, presents and whatnot. And I definitely missed some locations, but I'm gonna cover them. And yeah. Now let's do Tower of Keyboard Eating for the next locations. Alright, Tower of Keyboard Eating. So you want to get to pretty much the beginning of 6. And then you just gotta jump down onto this ledge that's like on the ground here. I barely landed that. But basically, you want to get to floor 6, you want to pretty much get to this outside, except instead of going outside, you want to go down here, jump. You actually want to get there to jump on because it's kind of far. You just want to go here, and then you'll just see this little entrance at pretty much the very end. You just got to go in here. You got to spawn this. You got to jump up here, then hit this button, and then you got to push the push box out. And then you got to get out of this. Find the exit, wherever that is. Oh, found it. So yeah, basically once you do that, you just gotta jump down. I missed a little bit, but this tower is so short that it doesn't really matter that much. I just have to make it back. So yeah, basically you gotta get back. Preferably try not to get below 4-5 or 4-4 really. And then you just kind of have to do all this. Get up here. Wow, I barely made that. But yeah, eventually. Do I have to take a speaking class learning how to speak? But anyways, you want to get to floor 6 outside. Once you get to floor 6 outside, you'll notice this. Wait, what? You don't get to floor 6 outside? It looks like you do get to floor 6 outside, but there's an area on floor 5, I guess. There's an area on floor 5. You gotta get to floor 5. I guess you don't have to get all the way back to floor 6. Something on floor 5. Apparently, there's a way to get through. I don't know. Seems to be that you need to get inside. This is not ideal. How would you get down there, though? Maybe you have to, do this? Maybe I should actually, oh, I see. You gotta get all the way around here. Or not? Oh, I see. That took way too long, but instead of getting to 4-5, you want to jump down, and then go to right here, and then go through. I don't know how long that took for me to realize. But as you do that, you got this simple outside part, pretty much. Got some simple jumps, and then you have an actual pushback section. Try not to mess this up. It would really suck if that were to happen. And then you just kind of have to dodge and weave. And then you can push it to here, push this to here, and then you can unlock this conveyor, which then you can use to go on these. And then you can find your present location. And the reason why I did that one first is because it will take way less time to do that, and I can do this in one city. But yeah, basically for the other one, the one that's actually closer to obtain easier, you want to get to 4-4. Preferably, you want to get to about this area right here, so you can jump here. So it's early on the floor 4. It's pretty much the top of this. You got to go down here, spawn this push box, and then you have to go up here. And then you'll see this. So you got to push this down. Just push it all the way to 4. Make sure it lands on floor 1. And then go to floor 1. And then you want to obtain, you want to get really close to that wall that has a different color. Well, the part of the wall that has a different color. Once you push it all the way there, you want to pretty much push it as close as you can to the wall. And then you got to start doing the tower again. But very early on, so you got to do this on the left side. On the left side, because it's the sex pusher, you just get to push it through. And then you got to immediately jump off. And then quickly get this push box outside. And yourself outside too. So you can push it into here. Oh my god. Yeah, you got to get it into there. It's kind of difficult, apparently. I don't know why I can't do this. I feel like I shouldn't be struggling this badly. There, anyways, once you push in there, you just got to go up this truss. Doesn't take that long. It's fairly easy. But it does take a couple seconds, though. Recommend holding space. And once you're in, you've found that location. So yeah, that's all the locations in Tower of Keyboarding. It's very simple. Not too bad. Now it's time for Tower of Stress, which only has one location, surprisingly. We're in Tower of Stress. Yeah, this one's very simple. I could do it all in one sitting. So yeah, it's right up there. That's the location in the entire tower. So it's very early on. Anyways, to do this, you just gotta get to floor 2 normally. So I should have started on floor 2, but I didn't. Yeah, also, I failed this multiple times, even though this is literally one of the easiest, if not the easiest, one challenger. Well, nah, there's easier ones. I feel like there's got to be an easier one than this. I think. I could be terribly wrong, but yeah. And mute there for a second. But yeah, anyways, you just gotta go all the way up here. We want to go to the right, as like up here on this 4th one, so you can kind of go here, and then you just gotta look up, but not where all the gameplay is, right beneath it, because you'll see this present button. And then you hit that, and then you pretty much gotta get to floor 3. You gotta get to a really big ladder on floor 3. So you're pretty much good for a little bit. You just have to do what you normally do until that ladder. And then you have some gameplay that you have to do, and then you get the button challenge. Now, I am getting these button challenges because I am looking for one specific present on mind. Present of Shy Present. And I hope to find it. Because I am trying to get these presents found, too. But anyways, you'll see that. You just gotta get to here, and then you just gotta follow this gameplay. Which can be a bit difficult to find, so I recommend going to, like, I don't know, ultra detail mode, which I have off right now because I don't need it right now. You want to do that, then you want your graphics all the way down, just so you can see the easiest. So then you can kind of do this game a little easier, as you see, you gotta wrap around here, jump to this, so yeah. These challenges are kind of user-friendly, a little bit. Well, not user-friendly, like, a low-end device-friendly, just because you need the lowest graphics in ultra detail mode to see these the easiest, so yeah, you just kind of have to do this faint gameplay. And then you can go in here and you find the presents. Yeah, I keep finding this present. I found so many locations already. But anyways, once you're done with that, you can go on your disabled detail mode and max graphics. Yeah, that's the only Tower of Stress location there is. Yeah, it's right there. And that's that. So now let's go to Tower of Screen Punching. So yeah, let's do that now. Alright, so in Tower of Screen Punching, you want to get to floor 5, and if you look up at the very beginning, you'll see that there's an opening. You gotta get to that opening, which has the button that you need. So you gotta do floor 5 pretty much legit, except you gotta do one tiny thing, either at the very end or whenever. So you can do this multiple ways. You can either go to there, jump down to there and get there, or you can get to there, jump down to there, and then be good. Or you can just jump right there. I'm gonna jump right there because, well, that's kind of the quickest method to get there. So yeah, just gotta do this jump, which is actually ridiculously far. But as it's there, you just gotta jump on this one stud right there. These are kind of difficult jumps. So yeah, once you're there, you just gotta jump up here, inclination, spawn this, and then you have to go all the way to floor 1, and then you gotta push this push box down to the very beginning, and you want to push it 2 round right there. And please, please don't lose this push ball, because you're gonna have to get there again, and those jumps were really difficult. But yeah, you see there's this opening that's on this side, this corner, which is that. It's the furthest away from the present location. Well, it's, I don't know. And then you gotta spawn, you gotta bring it outside, and then you gotta do this push box section. Which, please don't fail this push box section, because you're gonna have to respawn this, and it's gonna suck having to. So you wanna be very careful with this push box section. You wanna be pretty much in control 100% of the time. Except for the moments that it can't really fall off that easily, but yeah, you just gotta be very careful. And then you have this section, you just kind of have to, like, push across. Just like that. And then you can climb up here. Make sure it's not going to move on you. Just got to jump up here. I can't trust this thing. It's... Alright, we got to go quick. But yeah, anyways, once you're done, we got to quickly do all this gameplay right here. Just in case it falls off. But yeah, you want to get pretty much all this gameplay done so you can get the button that you need. Is it still there? Alright, our push box is still there. Oh, really a push ball, but yeah. Anyways, you got to get this specific button here, which will unlock that. And by the way, you will see those as Christmas presents, which are not the actual location. That's the actual location right there. So there's really only one location in this entire tower. So yeah, you got to pretty much get back after getting that button. Yeah, please don't fail this gameplay. It's easy, but it's very punishing unless there's safety. But to do that, you gotta kind of go on top of this. So you want to push it very lightly. And then eventually you just want to push it onto the spinner. And then you gotta get ready to push it off. And at this point, you're pretty much good with the push box. You just have to push it down here. Please don't push it off right there at the end. But yeah, pretty much once it lands in there, it's gonna hit that button. And then you're pretty much good, so you have to get all the way over there now, which has seemingly another magical lights location present. So yeah, I'm finding like every possible location for that, because I cannot find the other presents. Yeah, anyways, once you do that, you gotta get all the way back there. Please don't fail the pushback section. You're gonna have to get all the way back to floor 5. So yeah, this is kind of a very punishing one, but yeah, you just gotta get all the way here, and then you gotta get this, and that's the Tower of Screen Punching location. So yeah. Anyways, once you're done with that, now we get to go to Tower of Rage, which has location, and of course it has to have location, because I'll be in that tower for that location. Now it is time for Tower of Rage. So when you notice, you see this arrow on that spinner, you have to be on that specific spinner block. This one's kind of weird, but it doesn't require to go past floor 3, so yeah. It's just overall weird. It's just weird. I wouldn't recommend doing this location more than once. It's just difficult and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, once you're here, you want to kind of like get as far as you can away. Look what spinner it is, which is that one. So you just have to keep your eye locked on it at all times. And then you just gotta jump on it, and then you can just jump in the center nice and easily. And then you have to look at that arrow. it's right there. So you gotta jump right there on floor 3. So now you just have to do floors 1, 2, and 3 legit. So yeah, it's weird. That was a random long silence, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing this location. You can do it if you want, as I'm going for every single location fine, but overall, this location, eh, it's probably one of the most difficult ones, especially like without a guide, because you do have those arrows to guide you, but you're not going to have much of an idea of what exactly to do. So yeah, if you want to do this location, go ahead. I would prefer if you did locations like Tower of Stress, because that one's kind of easy, even though the button can be quite difficult to find. If you were to search hard enough on every floor, eventually you would find it. That one's rather easy. Tower of Anubis Trials, I don't know. Tower of Anger, I didn't have much of a problem with that one either. I was able to find those acceptable. Tower of Madness is also not too bad. It's just some locations. Tower of Heckville, the floor 10 location, once you see it, it's rather easy. So there's quite a few that I'd recommend doing, but yeah. There's also the 410 Thanos Tower. That one I just recommend if you're able to beat the tower, please do that location as it's very, very easy. Except well, actually doing the tower legit though, but yeah. There's also one at the very end of Tower Thinning Layer. So if you're good at beating insane difficulty towers, I'd really recommend doing those ones because who knows, maybe you'll just find a present there. So yeah, also I managed to find that present finally. Yeah, I finally found the present of Shy Presents. It was this person kind of found the location. I was able to get to that location time fine. So yeah, shout out to Max Attack 24444. He didn't he just said he found it at some location and I was able to get to that location. So yeah, I got that present now. So there's one left. Anyways, I'm seeming to take very long, so I'll meet you guys up at floor 3 where I left off. Alright, I made it back to this spinner. So yeah, you do want to do floor 3 fully legit until you get to that arrow spot. Because, well, do you really want to do those kill brick spinners? Because the present location is before then, so it's not too bad. There's one wrap that's kind of weird, but it's not that bad. So yeah, if you haven't done this floor fully legit in a while, you're gonna kind of do so, except for the kill brick spinners. They're actually not too bad. It's just it's just better to do that skip. So yeah, you just have these. I'm pretty sure you can skip that. Yeah, you can skip that wrap, which is very difficult. So you only have to do that. So yeah. Anyways, this is where you have to get. You got to get pretty much to the wall. It's basically, you got to get as far as possible, and then you're good to go. So you just got to get as far as you can, and then do that. So yeah, once you're done with that, you got to go pretty much all the way down. So yeah, just note for this, you got to jump on the spinner that has the arrow, and you can do that, and you can go all the way down there and just find the arrow there, and then just eventually go on the spinner. So just kind of copy it there, and then yeah, just go to the very far edge in there and just go through the wall. And after that, you want to do this corner flip over here, which yeah, you just want to go all the way down, just kind of powering down. You want to get towards this wall, the wall that's furthest away from the visible one, and then you'll see this truss over here. You just gotta climb that very long truss, which will eventually take you to the location. So I wouldn't really recommend this location. It's kind of terrible, but if you want to do it, go ahead. It's not too bad. So yeah. Also after this, there's not really many more locations. I think there's only 4 locations left, one in each tower, because I think there's only like 4 locations left, and that's that. So yeah. There's a lot of locations in Ring 1. And by the way, if I've missed any, let me know. So yeah, anyways, there's your presents right here, and there's no presents here, so yeah. That's Tower Bridge. Now let's do Tower of Impossible Expectations. Alright, so it's time for the first button that you need in Tower of Impossible Expectations. So you gotta get to floor 4 legit first. And then there's 2 things. You can do either wall hop across the frame to get to here, or you could do it legit until you get to that wrap around, and then you just get down here. Basically, you gotta get to right here, so it's just after these wraparounds. Basically, you gotta go across here, and then you'll spawn this push box right here. And now you gotta get all the way to floor 6. Yeah, you gotta get far again. So I'll be back to floor 6. And by the way, floor 6 is where the present location is and everything else that's needed. So you just have to get that push box spawned on floor 4. And then you got to go to floor 6, and that's where you'll be at for the rest of the location in this tower. So yeah, let's go to floor 6 now. Alright, it's floor 6 now. So yeah, the present location's right over there, but we have 0 buttons left. So there's 2 buttons, but yeah. Also, you got to go the legit way for this. It's not like the skip is easy. It's a kind of a difficult skip. But yeah, you got to kind of do floor 6 legit. For this part, just not take too much damage, but if you do take damage, oh shoot, I don't have my crystal item out. I'm just gonna do that now. Oh, where is it? Well, I mean, I don't really need it for much else. So yeah, we have a ton of healing items, but yeah. Anyways, you just gotta get all the way on this maze. This is one of the button locations. So you gotta go this way, and then you have to go forward, and then just have to turn right here, and then you can go in the wall. So I'm gonna explain that again. So as soon as you enter the maze, you want to take the left and then right. You want to go forward, and then you kind of turn around. You got to go into this wall right here. So just like that. So yeah, you just got to go this way, and then you have to kind of wrap around this wall right here. And then you have the first button. After that, you can do the maze like normal, which is this. And that's the first out of the second buttons that you need. So you got to go all the way around. You have to get to a specific location needed. And I got to heal up. I'm just going to heal up as much as possible. Oh, we're going to... That's less. I'm going to find special summon. Alright, we should be healing up. But you see, because you spawned that... Because you hit that spawner on floor 4, you spawned in this big one. Which you just got to push all the way here. Which doesn't seem to take damage either. But because of that, you can now jump on... You got to bring it to this corner right here. The corner that goes against the frame and the visible frame. But yeah, basically you got to go up here, and then you have to go on top of this, and then you hit this button, and that's the second button that you need. So yeah, once you hit this button, you just got to push this over there and then do that. You can now go back to the beginning of floor 6. So I recommend just kind of beating floor 6. Just get far on floor 6. Just get to floor 7. Just kind of do what I'm doing, how you normally would get to floor 7. And then just drop down. And then you can get your present. So it's just right over here. You just got to get up here. Please don't fail this. It's just like Floyd Impossible Expectations. But you might actually be able to save on Impossible Expectations. But yeah, anyways, you just do that, and that's your Impossible Expectations present location. So yeah, it's difficult, but yeah. Anyways, now we get to go to the Citadel for the Citadel's present location. Or in the Citadel now. So the first thing you have to do is you have to spawn a bomb, which activates where the present location is, which is right there. So yeah, I gotta get to floor 3, and then you kind of have to get to this mini safety net area, and then you have to do the safety net gameplay initially until you're at this part where you normally would do head hitters and the safety net. But first, you gotta go all the way here, and then you gotta turn all the way around, which you'll see this. Then you just gotta go through here, hit this button, spawn the bomb, and then you have to push it out. Try not to take too much damage. If it falls in there, just respawn it. It's kind of impossible to get out, but just get it through there. And then it has to roll off, and then you want to look for the bomb. You want to make sure you can see it. As you see, it's right there. So you kind of want to look down first person. You want to be able to look down, and you want to be able to locate the bomb, and that it's on here. Make sure you can find it. It's right there. It's right by that Christmas tree. Now, it's going to move throughout time, but yeah. You just want to make sure you can locate where it's at. And because of that, because if it falls off the map, yeah, you're kind of done for, especially if you get the button and then you get there. You have to do that again. But anyways, once you have that, you can pretty much do everything normally up until floor 5, specifically one button section, which is right here. So yeah, you got to get to this challenge right, and then you kind of have to do it. Yeah. By the way, if you are trying to beat the Citadel, like, legit, I would recommend getting the present button that you need, because it does do something pretty cool, which you're going to see in a second. Yeah, you got to do this challenge, but you don't have to get the buttons. really don't have to get any buttons, but you can if you want. Yeah, you can tell I haven't done this in a very long time. I think the last time I genuinely touched it was for the challenges, which is kind of sad because I have not touched this whole time in a long time. But yeah, anyways, you want to get to pretty much the very end of this challenge, like you're about to beat it. Like you're all the way over here, but you're gonna notice. You're gonna notice a push box. No, you're not gonna push box. You're gonna notice that. So about right here, you're gonna notice this. You want to go on it. It's an X pusher that takes you to over here. Then you can jump, and you're gonna get this special present button. And then you gotta get pretty much all the way over here. You'll notice that. Just gotta go back. You have this rather far jump. I'd recommend just kind of doing a little bit of a momentum jump. I mean, you don't have to do a momentum jump, but it's very far, so it's probably the best idea. And then you have to wait for this thing to come back, and then you have to get inside of the citadel. I mean, you could go on the frame, really, but I don't know if that's going to soft lock you. But you're going to see something pretty cool in a second. So once you get back inside, you got to go all the way down to floor 1. And look at this. It is an entrance to floor 1. So if you ever fall on like a really far outside and fall down here, if you got that button, you can just go inside and redo it. So I'd recommend getting. So I would actually really recommend doing this present location, just because it's like a really helpful location. It can help your solo laptops play. It can actually save it, unless like you fall somewhere where you can't get saved. Yeah, it could actually save your run, and it might have one of these presents. And once you have the button, which you know is there, you gotta push it to about right there. So push it carefully. Please don't have it fall off. You'd have to redo a ton of gameplay, which isn't the end of the world because you have to do that, so you don't have to get the button again. Which getting the button isn't safe, so just get the button down here, and you want to get it in front of the thing. You kind of wanted to get it in front of here, and then you gotta click this. Once you click it, you just gotta run as far away as possible. Once it detonates, it unlocks this, and then you have this jump, and then you can find your present location. So yeah, that's the Citadel present location. It's actually a present location that I would highly recommend doing. It's only 5 floors, but because it's still laptops, it's only like 2 floors, 3 floors. So yeah, that's the Citadel present location. Now let's get to Tower of Truth. Go for that present location, and after that, it's Thanos Tower, and that'll be the end of it. So yeah, let's do Tower of Truth skill present location. Alright, Tower of Truth skill, also that's a cool number. So yeah, because it's the same number twice, get it? Same number twice. It was in Tower of Truth skill now. So yeah, there's only 2 locations after this. This one and Thanos Tower, so yeah. As we get to the first button location, because there's 3 buttons in this tower, location, present location there, but you need 3 buttons, 1 on floor 1, 1 on floor 2, and 1 on floor 3, so yeah. Anyways, the floor 10 Thanos Tower one, it's on floor 10, it's at the very end, but you just gotta get to the location. So yeah, I'm not gonna really do that, I'm just gonna show literally where that location is for that one, and that will conclude this, so yeah. I'll make a conclusion when that happens. So yeah, we gotta do this. Overall, it's not too difficult, but I keep failing Tower of Truth skill somehow. I've like lost my ability to beat a remorseless tower. So yeah, or even finish floor 1 of remorseless tower. I don't know what's going on. My skills like not in the moment right now. So yeah, like that must not be a me thing. Where like sometimes I'll be like really good at the game. Like I could beat a catastrophic even though I can't. Or I could just not even do almost. Anyways, once you get to this platform right here, this specific platform, you see this little part. You just gotta do a reverse head hitter, kind of like squeezing a little bit, and you can get your first button, and then you can do a head hitter out. And then you're good until floor 2. So you have until floor 2 to just do gameplay, and overall, not to worry about missing a button. Also, if you get to floor 4 and you're still looking for ones, you passed a button. You gotta go down to floor 3 or below. And it's really the beginning of floor 3, but like, it's after the very beginning. You'll see what I mean. When I say beginning, it's probably the middle. But, yeah. Anyways, we're getting near our other button, but we're fine for now. We just gotta do a few more jumps here, and then this is it. So you want to be on this specific platform right here, because if you look up, you'll see this. So you got to be on this platform right here, which is 2 studs above the entrance. You got to go 2 studs. So look at it from this way. Look this. I don't know. Look towards it from the inside. Go 2 studs up and go all the way. That's the platform you got to be on. So just get on that platform. Just kind of do what I'm doing to get on. And just walk all the way until you hit the button. And then you just got to get through this how you normally would. Try not to get flung. And then you have pretty much free game until floor 3. So yeah, just do what you normally do to get to floor 3. Floor 2 is a very quick floor. And yeah, we're on floor 3. So floor 3 starts off simple. Also, that changed colors. And I think got a little smaller, but yeah. So floor 3, you could do I don't want to do any high jumps. I'd rather do this. But yeah, you just start off with floor 3. Floor 3 is pretty much okay for the beginning floors. You just do those how you normally do them. Which is this. Once you're about the middle of floor 3, I said beginning, but it's really the middle, you have your last button that you need. So please don't fail this button, because you're gonna have to pretty much do you gotta get to right here. So once you're at this location, you'll know you're at the best. If you pass this, it's not the end. So you gotta get on top of this stud right here. So basically, once you're here, you'll see that little platform. You just gotta wrap to it. So yeah, you just gotta get to here. You gotta get to that. You gotta patch all these initial H's. Not the second pair, but the first pair really. You'll have this wall. You kind of want to get to that stud and then just wrap around the wall. With this platform, you want to walk across until you see where you can land after this humongous wrap. And then you want to do the wrap. You want to get your button. And once you get this last button, you got to jump all the way down to floor 1. And you'll see the present location now is unlocked. So you just do this simple wrap around. And that's your location for Tower of True Skill. So yeah, that's the Tower of True Skill location. Now I'm going to show the Thanos tower location. You don't need any really guides for this. The only guide you need is to actually beat the tower, but I will show what you have to do to get to the location of it, because Thanos tower, as I've said, it's just like this when it's there, except the 410 colors. So yeah, I'll show the location on 410 Thanos tower, even though you don't really got in. And after that, you have seen every single present location inside Ring 1. Unless I missed some, let me know if I've missed any in the comments, and yeah. Let's go to 410 Thanos Tower and let's end this. Alright, so, yeah, I was planning on not getting the 410 legit, but I kinda did, so yeah. Anyways, in Thanos Tower, if you go to 410, you'll see a location right here. So basically, you want to beat the entire tower normally until you get to the very end of 410, basically right after these trusses. I'm gonna do these legit real quick. But yeah, I was at last year's location, which I didn't do legit. I didn't have any reason to. I had all the presents, and I had no reason to do this. I also didn't do voice commentaries back in 2022, even though I did accidentally release my voice then. Also, that flick is really difficult. But yeah, essentially, you want to get all the way to here legit, and instead of going to do the 1x7, you just take a left. And then go all the way here, and then you jump. And it appears that present of magical lights is here, so that's convenient. Anyways, I've pretty much done that. It's time to do the tower. So yeah, I'm gonna take this screenshot because I really want to. Alright, yeah, that's kind of how to find Thanos Tower. So yeah, that's every single Ring 1 location and how to find it. Hope this is useful in some way, and I'll be back for Zone 1, so yeah. So in the end, I showed you every single possible location inside of, well, the present location inside of Ring 1. I think it's like 22 or something. I could be wrong. But anyways, if I missed any single locations, please let me know in the comments so I can make like a pinned comment update, or if there's enough that I missed, I'll just make a video showing all that I missed. Yeah. Out of all those 22 locations, or 20 something, you can get these two presents, President of Shy Presents or President of Magical Lights. You can also get this present in Ring 1, but you're not going to find it in top. So yeah, I hope this is useful in some way. It's every location in Ring 1, and I'll see you in Zone 1 for every single location in Zone 1 and how to find that present too. So yeah, I'll see you in Zone 1.